You probably recognize this place. This is the lamb farm. Things look a little different. Last time I was here, it was winter time. The grass was a little bit long, and there was a lot of fencing. There was a fence that went down here, went in the front, went up there, came down this way. It was a, I think one of the plastic electrical fences. And I believe there was some fencing in the garden area here. So there's been a lot of changes. Oh, and there was a huge brush pile. They must have burnt that down, so that's gone. Up in this area here, I didn't find very much. But in this general area, right here in the front lawn, it was all sorts of good stuff. I found silver, Tootsie cars. I found a badge from the early 1900s. It was for the boys' reserves or something like that. In the back, I think I found a seeded coin, but that was in deep woods. There was some stuff up over here in the barn area. Let me click on this. Up in this general area, I couldn't get the ground, was so frozen, I could only chip at it. So before I broke my shovel, I just kept going off into the more wet areas, which was warmer. I never did any of this. I sampled a little bit of it, found nothing. But if you noticed, here on the side here, the landowner has been doing some work, and he's been putting some rock. Today I brought the manticore with me because this tree over here was registering some stuff on the 800, and I didn't want to pick it because I knew I was getting the manticore. I knew it was coming. So I heard some weird targets. To me, it sounded kind of like square nails, but you know how sometimes you can find something and it'll be kind of like that noise and it'll end up being good. I wanted to leave it. So I came back with the manticore. They still don't have the 6-inch. I don't know why. I think it's kind of very strange. But anyhow, I'm going to try it with the 11, see if I can pull something out. But I decided to, let me tap on this. I decided to scan this area. I heard some other targets. I don't know the numbers on the Equinox that well, but I found a steady signal. I decided to dig it, and bam, right off the bat. Now, I haven't scanned this area yet with the 800, so I'm not saying the 800 missed this. It's just first hole of the day. I should have done it live. And actually, I got to go back to the truck and grab my camera holder. So 1953, first dig of the day, Rosie. That's great. So let me keep going. Well, I decided to rescan the hole, and there's an object in it. Now, I don't know the point system very well with the manticore, so when I go over the top of something, it's not like I'm familiar with it like the 800. I think it said 78, and this is what I use for a tripod. I found this on one of my metal detecting adventures, and it doesn't have any metal on it, which is nice, and I can poke it in the ground. It's got rubber right here, so the GoPro clips to it fairly nicely. This might have another silver dime in it. Let's see here. It's jumpy. 76, 78, 79. It's all over the place. I should get the 800. I'd like to know what the it is. What to show up on the 800. It's right here. It's a penny. It's not a weedy. That's in 1961. So the dime was in 1953. So this must have been dropped somewhere in probably the 1960s, the dime and the penny, because they're in the hole together. Let me check to see if there's anything else in there. Now I have it on, I don't know what this thing is called. no trash. So if you look in here, let me click this. Oops, don't shake so much. It's canceling all this out, which is the gold. I haven't gone through all the steps yet to really figure it out, but this sounds the nicest, less chattery, and I'm going to probably do a lot of different, like it's picking up this garbage right here. Let's see if it's still there. Oh. This register is real deep. Like 93. Like extremely deep. I don't know if I could dig this. I'll try. You see if I'm even on the hole. Am I on the hole? Yep. Good Lord. I think it's this thing. I think. Nope. It's right there. I think it's a rusty nail. There's something else in here. More nail. Let me scan it. You can actually see this nail has copper in it and stuff like that. It's a real low budget nail, hand forged. So most likely it probably came from the house when it was being built. Yeah, that's what it was. Just a lot of iron in there. Let me put this back. This is in the 60s. Can I see this? I mean, this place is loaded with stuff. Ooh. I'm still in the same spot where I found a dime. This is in the 60s. 62, 63. I have no clue what it is. And this is just filled with rock. I'm going to get here on the side wall a little bit. Is it? It has plating on it. Whoops. This has some kind of plating on it. It's like a old cap gun or part off of a car. Probably part off of a car. But let me go back over the hole. I did over there, didn't find anything. Nothing steady. I worked the side of the drive wheel right here. Up to here, the silver dime was found somewhere over here. And now I got an 80 signal there. Somewhere like, I don't know what it is. It's like even the solid targets here, they don't stay steady. It's like they're jumpy. I don't know if it's the area or the metal detector, the way it's reading the numbers. But it's not like the 800 does. It's not like how the 800 works, where you can it was somewhere in here. I forgot how deep it was. I'm hoping that in the driveway. Let me go back over it. Make sure I'm in the right spot. Well, I might got it out. Let me see, I don't think I was digging in the right spot. Gotta be out now. Ah. What do we got? Well, I don't think it's that bad of a find. I believe this came off of a valve stem off of a Model T. It's got fabric here on the nut or something like that. I'll have to research this, but I think they came off of a Model T or Era vehicle. Okay, that's cool. That was definitely my first. I've never found one of those before. Valve stems I found, but not the nut that goes to them. Alright, let me keep scanning. I'm still using the Manicore, and I'm scanning the hill here. Haven't really found much of anything. Still trying to learn the machine. There's iron pipes everywhere and weird stuff. I ended up getting a steady tone, and it sounded halfway decent, but wasn't of a number. Well, of course I don't know the numbers that well, but I ended up finding this thing here. It looks like something off of a beard trimmer, like a for cutting grass. I forget what they'll call those things. Sickle machine or something. I'm only guessing. Is it sharp enough to even be doing that? It could be. It's an interesting piece. It's copper. So I'm going to scan this area here. I'm going to put the, what is this thing called again? Manicore. I'm going to put the Manicore back, and I'm going to go in the far back to the plowed area that they want me to do, and see if I can find anything. Now, when I went over there during the winter time, I did hear some targets, and I had to leave them. The ground was too hard, so I kept pushing. So maybe there's something old over there. Now this one's like mid 80s. Let's just see how deep it is. I think it said it was semi-deep, but I couldn't remember. Now this is all new area right here, so I've never hit any of this with the Equinox. I'm just testing this thing out. See how it works. Now it says it's up higher, but I think I dug in the wrong spot. Oh, hey. It's right there. Ooh. What is this thing? It's a gear. Once again, I don't have a toothbrush with me. Horrible day not to have a toothbrush. Could be anything. Could be modern. Could be real old. I'm thinking it's a little bit more modern. Due to the plating on it's kind of, the older stuff, they didn't plate like that. So, I'll clean up more, but I don't think it's anything good. But it sure looked impressive though. I got a really weird sound signal, and I should have done it live, but I did a bunch of other ones live and they were just like, what the heck is this thing go to? And there's more of that down here. But look what I end up just getting. Look at this. Can you imagine if that was a full one? This thing here's the size of a freaking baseball. Still packed with dirt. I wish the whole thing would have been here. That would have been great. Look at that. That's a big croto bell. I don't know if it had petals on it or not. Doesn't look like it, but it could have. Let's see if there's any more in this hole. Oh, that's a nail. Well, if there's any more, I'll end up showing. I put the Manticore away. I got the 800 back out with the 11-inch on. You see my girl staring at me over there. Nah. Nah. I don't think they like that. Anyhow, I see this big old tree. A little bit of land over here. The tree's definitely well over 120 some odd years old, and the roots are showing. But you can see where years of farming, they've been pushing stuff this way a little bit. And then there's some stacking over there. I don't think this has been dug out over here. I believe it's just, I don't know. But I'm going to scan through it. I did find a toy that was right there, very shallow, but there wasn't much left to it, so it was pretty much already all busted up. This is coming up 29 to a 31, 2 bars on the Equinox, which means it's not really that deep. It did have a little scratch to it, and it sounded larger than a quarter, so I'm not quite sure what this is going to be. I got to be careful with this ground cover because it's just poison ivy everywhere. Creeping nettle, make you itch, blister up. It smells real bad here, a skunk. So there's one very close by. I mean, the skunk is so strong, I can literally taste it. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's a bell. Oh, maybe not. What do we got? Looks, ooh, poison ivy. That's it. It looks to be a box. I'm not gonna, there's nothing in it. It's got some grooves on this side. Oh, it's sprinkling out too. Also, we have a major wildfire in Canada, and it's coming into New York. So it's a strong overcast of smoke where the sun can't even get through it. So it's real hazy. It's been like this for almost a week. It's crazy. You can see I bingoed this thing right here. That's gonna look cool when I open it up. It's got hinges right here. So anyhow, let me keep hunting and see what else this little area has to offer. I'm kind of glad I stopped over here. Might even go deeper in the woods. It's closer to the house, so there could be more activity in this area. This is a 1819. Not too deep. And it says it's small. Oh, I think it was a coin. Nah, I think my eyes are playing tricks on me. A bullet. High-powered round. A 30-06. This is kind of interesting. Dead bird. I mean, this thing looks like it must have just fell there. Crazy. I'm hitting the side here. I'm about halfway back. I think they told me to go to that garden, but I don't know until I get there. I'm not sure if that's the one they're talking about or the one in the front. So I decided to hit this, and that's where I found a 30-06 over by that tree there. And I'm still scanning. Far back, probably a quarter mile away from the house. And they're planting corn here, so I got to be real careful walking between the rows. Hopefully I don't have to dig a piece of corn up. Right there, there's something. It's medium size, a 36. I'm not sure if I'm pointing the right way. Yep. Alright, let's see what this is. And they said it was deep too. But that really don't mean too much here because this is a plowed field. Guess it's not deep. Now it sounded lovely. Oh, there we go. What do we got? I have no idea. Could be plumbing. It's copper. Not sure. Coming up all over the place. Not the best signal in the world. It probably helps if I turn it on. She's out. Small, whatever it is. Uh-oh. It's a coin. Oh, I recognize this. I've never seen one before in person. This is a Trime. Wow. Wow. I'm trying to grasp this because I've never found one before. So I'm not even sure where the year is on this thing. Oh, I think I found it. I think it's down here. It is small, real small, way smaller than a dime. This is my first. I shouldn't be rubbing it with my fingers, but I don't really care. tarnish came off of it fairly nicely. It's a 1852. United States of America. 1852. Look at that. Look how small this thing is. I would have thought they were about the size of a dime. I didn't think they were this small. Wow, very, very, very nice. Alright, I'm going to be searching this a little bit heavier. It's been a nice day so far. Got some silver, part of probably a size 10 Croto Bell cap gun. Holy Moses. I didn't expect really much. I was just going to really test the Manicore out, but wow. I was hoping to do this field too, but the grass is way too high. This is for the lambs. Yeah, this got me psyched. I didn't expect that type of stuff here. So I'm going to keep scanning and I'll be back. This is coming up in 11, 12. That might be. This field is becoming more iron rich as soon as I start working my way down to the bottom of the hill. So I'm going a little bit slower because some of that iron sounds really, really good. Ah, look at that. Old pocket knife. Part of a very old pocket knife. And what I was probably picking up was the brass right here. Was it mixing with the steel or the copper here? It was making it sound weird. Should have rang up higher than that. Let me go back over the hole. But that's pretty cool. I don't know how many pocket knives I found here.
You've got mail.
Definitely been a few. Yeah, that's all it's there. That's all it was left. Let me keep working this area. Never know what you're gonna find. I mean, I've only made 3 passes so far. I'm psyched. A Trime and now a pocket knife. I got lots more to go. I worked another row. The iron is getting thicker, like not to the point where I need a 6-inch coil, but you can hear chirps in the ground, and it's because of stuff like this. I just found that right there. I'm gonna bother video recording because I knew it was going to be a plow tip. And when these wear away, the welds break, the bolts snap, you'll hear the chirping everywhere. So far it's not bad. It's semi-clean. Yeah, I hear the chirping, but I can tell the difference between an iron chirp and an actual relic that's in the ground or a coin. But it's going by fairly quick. More big steel. More big steel. Look at the size of this thing here. It is heavy. If I was the landowner, I would not plow this field not until it was cleaned. There's boulders in here the size of bowling balls. That's gonna cost the tractor some money. I'll put this big old piece of steel over here. Sit right next to the fence post. Yeah, way too many rocks in here. Big rocks. Well, you can see how much I did. I covered all that. And I'm working this row here. I did about 75%. And there wasn't really much of anything after the Trime and the pocket knife, which were fairly close next to each other. So that might be an indication that the guy lost his change or his 3-cent piece and his knife at the same time. I come to this section and I do see some pottery, not much more than that. And I dig up a 19 that seemed kind of weird sounding, and then I dig up a white bullet. It looks like it used to be round at one time. It kind of mushroomed, but I believe that would be an old round ball, possibly. I don't know. Right color. It's white. Very strange. Don't normally see bullets white. The soil is fairly dry. You know, there's some moisture to it, but... Well, let me finish this up. I don't really think I'm going to find anything else in this area. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to search the high ground, go up there into the woods section. I don't remember really doing much in there. I felt kind of invasive being next to the neighbors, but they said they own almost right up to the barn that's on the other side. So I'll do a little poking around. I found a few things there last time. I think it was a couple hose or something like that. Some farm equipment. I can't remember what else. It looks like a good candidate where people would probably, you know, dump their garbage or something like that. Maybe I'll find some bottles. I would figure it would be somewhere back here, but I have, during the winter time, I did some searching. I couldn't find any spots like that. Could be in a corner over there. I don't know. I didn't bother getting this on live. I knew it was going to be a dog. Pretty interesting. It's a big hubcap. And the center is interesting. It's actually clear in the middle. I'm not sure what that symbol is. Let's see if I can clean it a little better. I don't know. I'll put this out front. Maybe a landowner would want it. Interesting. I decided to hit the woods. I'm finally out of the field. After the hubcap, the battery died, but I didn't go for it. The hubcap was like right there, and this thing. It kind of looks like, but I'm probably wrong. It looks like something that you'd put on a cow's nipple, and it would. I don't even know what you would call that. I'm just guessing because I see stainless steel, this rubber piece here, but it could be. You know, interesting. About 30 feet away from that cow thing, or at least I think it's from a cow thing, I think there's another one right here. Not even fully in the ground yet. Look, that's number 2. Look at a big old gouge in it. That ain't from me. There's a lot of this deep brush stuff. I'm going to scan as much as possible because you just never know. Well, I'm in the woods now. I kind of like this section. It's semi-clean. I don't hear a lot of crap in the ground. And when you do cross something, it's definitely interesting. I found this big old piece of steel. It wasn't more than a couple inches down in the ground. Looks like a wing off an airplane, but I don't think so. There's some writing on it. Guy knows what it says though. Probably plow. Keep it over there. Let me keep going. This is a 2930. Almost sounds like a quarter, but I don't know. It says it's semi-deep. It's like, I think 3 bars on the Equinox 800. Must be way deeper. Actually, now it's saying it's really deep. I think I missed it. It's gotta be on this side. A little deeper. I would say probably deeper. It's right here. Oof. That big root. Alright. I had to kneel down in the poison ivy here. I'm not sure if it's up in here or more on the side. To dig this out here, but there's a root here almost the size of my wrist. Actually, it's like straight under. There we go. Yeah, buckle. Very nice. She's an oldie too. Nicked her a little bit there in here. But it's an old buckle. Another one for the shadow box. My bag's getting full. This one's coming in at 20s. Seems to be semi-large. Oh, there we go. We got a toy. She looks to be an oldie too. I can see some writing here. Major pack number 2, red Ford. That's all I can really see on there. It's a tractor trailer without the trailer. I think it's pretty cool. See if there's any more of it in there. Nope. So that's a cool find. I wasn't even going to do this area either. This right here is what I've done so far. Did the woods or the property line. It was really much. I love the stripes in the lawn. It makes it so much easier to grid search. So I'm just going back and forth, back and forth. Hopefully come across something. So far the toy, I haven't really got any clad or anything like that, but maybe when I get closer to the house I start working this way. Alright, let me keep going. This is coming up as a really deep 26 to a 30. I've already dug a couple of these up, and they were some kind of a pie tin. It's right there on the side. I'm really close to the old toy truck that I found. Oh! Haha, yes. Yes. Second bell for the day, and this one's an intact one. Look at that. Yes. This is a pedal. It's real dirty. Really packed with stuff. That's number 2 for the day. This one's a fully intact one. I'm gonna have to call me Jingle Bells because I find a lot of these. I know some people have gone years and years without finding any of these. I find so many. I'm starting to fill a jar up full of them. Some of them I actually have in shadow boxes. And I don't know if my eyes are seeing things, but there is pedals on here. Look at that. The pedals are showing. She needs to be cleaned up a little bit. She's old. It's 1700s to early 1800s. Alrighty, so I guess it was worth doing this section. Boy, this is a hell of a day. I thought I wasn't going to find anything today. This is great. I love places like this. I didn't do this one live. It was coming up at 17. I thought it was going to be like a bottle cap or something, because I dug enough of those up today. But I found an old compact. I don't think it's real old. This might be from the 1960s or something like that. But I don't know until I clean it up. It looks like there's some kind of design on it. I'd like to see what that's all about. It's got a bad crack in it. I think I did that. Pretty sure I did that. I've only worked let's see, the bell was right there, and bam, the compact there, and the toy right there. So this is a little hot spot. The foggiest what this could be. This is like a 25 going to a 30. It says it's deep. Seems to be another target somewhere over this way. Ooh. Ah, yes. Look at that old doorknob. Not an actual doorknob. This probably went to some kind of dresser or something like that. Alright, stop making a noise. I found it already. She's pretty. Look at that. Look at the color on her. It's a great find. Wind's starting to pick up. The smoke is starting to go away. I can see bits and pieces of blue sky popping through the smoke in the clouds. Man, it's nice. Alright, let's see what's in the next section. I'll leave this on for a second because there might be more. Nope. This is a very high pitch 30, 36, 38. Almost going right to the max on the Equinox. deeper. Ooh, what's this? No idea. Looks like something off of a safe, you know. But there's no numbers on it. No clue what it is. It's heavy. It's made out of brass. I didn't do this one live, but a little chip of harmonica reed. Just a little piece. I don't know where the rest of it is. It was fairly deep. I'm about 2/3 of the way done of this. And I'm pretty sure once I get closer to the driveway, it'll be less and less. I'll be probably fairly quick on this. Yeah, finding this. It was down real deep. It almost looks like a parasail slide nut, but maybe not. I seen some grooves in there, but it could have been just rot. I'll clean it more later. Maybe it'll give me some detail that's different. This is an all over the place one. Whoops. And this isn't deep. Uh-oh. The heck is this? Colorful. Must be some kind of weird old bobber. Oh, wait. It's a toy. It's one of them tops. I can... I'll have to clean this up when I get home. I think it's a top anyhow. I wanted something and it spun, and the bearing's pretty good in it. It's nowhere near old, but interesting. Should have done this one live, but it rang up really weird. I believe it's a watch fob, but I'm not quite sure. Plated silver, I'm guessing. When I get home, I'll unpack the dirt out of it, clean it up, but I believe that's a watch fob. Interesting looking. Only a little bit more to do, and I'll be done. I don't think there'll be nothing left for this property to do anymore. I mean, I think today was the grand finale. Very nice. The next relic, old spoon. Definitely got some silver plate on there. Oops, just dropped her back in a hole. She's kind of fancy too. Only just a sliver left. One pass. And I'm out of here. I'll try to do the next one live. I'm just getting tired. Been here 6 hours. And let me tell you, I feel every bit of it. This is a very deep, all over the place in the 20s. mostly mid-20s. Ooh, dog tag. Here we go. Not the oldest I've ever found, but a 1961. Very nice. 1961. I just left the 1800s, and I'm pretty happy with some of the stuff that I found. I mean, I did really good. It was definitely probably my first or second best hunt there out of the 3 that I've had, and definitely got some remembrance pieces for sure. So now I'm off to the next adventure. And I've got some deep woods with some big, nasty spiders. Let me clean up what I found, and I'll be right back with the wrap-up. The wrap-up to today's video ended up getting 2 insulators. This one's a porcelain one, plastic. I believe this is an old part of a spin top toy. I'm not quite sure. It has this little thing here, somehow another, it makes it spin real fast. It still works. An old silver plated spoon, harmonica reed, white lead. It almost looks like it came from a round ball. Probably did. A 30-06 shell, not from the owner, that's what he told me. I believe this came from a grass cutter, broken off. Compact. I believe this was a horse brush. This little box actually works. Not sure what was in it. There's no writing, no identification of any sort, but it's pretty cool. No idea. This is interesting. I glued this. I found this part with the manicore, right? The manicore did not find the top. I found the top when I went back to go over the hill with the Equinox. Went back with the manicore. It did not pick this top up. I could have really gone through the settings and whatnot, but nope. Another bell. This one doesn't ring, but you can see the dinger is right to the side, and this is the part oozing out. If I punch this, I can free the dinger in there, and it'll end up working. But it's number 2, and it's the pedal type. So this is mid to late 1700s, possibly early 1800s. Interesting knob. This is a Lindsay toy, or a Lesney toy from England. It'd be like the Tootsie era. Pocket knife. I forgot the name of this. Oh, Billy the Kid. Billy the Kid cap gun. The spring doesn't work in it anymore. But this thing here would almost work again. You put the round caps in here and you bring it up, and bam, bam, bam. But pretty cool find. Looks like an elephant right there, or a buffalo. Possibly a bison. I believe this is a watch fob. Possibly. These are milkers. I talked to the owner, and he says he never had any cows, but they did have goats. Not them, but the previous owners. And they were probably milking the goats. These two are the same type of metal, and the gear meshing is identical. The teeth run together. These were nowhere near each other, but interesting that I found both of those. This is a valve stem off of a Model T. This is the retaining nut for it. Not quite sure. Could be another one. I don't know. What else? 1961 dog tag. Ended up getting 14 cents in coins. This was the very first find of the day, 1953 silver dime. And I guess this would probably be the prize of the day because I never found one of these before. This is an 1852 Trime 3-cent silver coin. Fairly good condition. I didn't do a whole lot of cleaning on this. Kind of left it as is. And this will go in a display case because I've never found one like this before. It's very interesting. Very, very light and delicate. 3 cents. And these two were found next to each other about 5 feet away. I hit the first row and got the Trime. I went back around. About 5 feet from the Trime, I hit an old pocket knife. That's pretty much it for this week. For a place I didn't think I was going to go back to, thank God I did. Not only did I have a lot of fun, but I found a lot of cool stuff. These old places just pack tons of stuff. And I might go back one more time. If they cut that field down and it's nice and clear, the pasture there, I might go back and forth and grid search that whole thing. Probably take me a day to do. Might not find as much as I found this time, but if I can pull out a few cool old relics, it's worth every bit. Anyhow, that's this week's finds. If you like, please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and remember to keep it low and slow, and I will see you next week. Thank you. Bye.